boy.
Mama's boy.
Anything else? Like, what do you think his, like, personality is? Like, what do you think?
Thinks
like...
he can get out of any amount of trouble by, like that, trying to look cute.
What name would you give him?
Jack.
I can see that.
Yeah. Jack is a good mama's boy name.
About this character.
Brooding. He would have been called a stoner in my day. He's the type of kid that sneaks out in one of the back entrances to the school to smoke a joint in between classes.
What do you think his name is? Like, what would you assume?
Oh, that's a tough one. Trying to think of some of my students back in the day when I was teaching. Maybe a Tyler.
A Tyler?
Yeah.
Oh.
Brandon. Another name I don't like.
All right, what about this character?
Oh, God. You know who he looks like?
Who?
He looks like a marginally straight version of Tyler Oakley, with a little Steve Urkel thrown in there. You probably don't know who that is. It was a sitcom back in like the 90s. Irritating. Yeah, that's a good word for it. Irritating.
What do you think his name would be?
And probably really like good at math and science.
What do you think his name would be?
Oh, God. Michael.
Michael?
Yeah. John. Oh, dear God. He reminds me of this kid I went to grammar school with who used to break rulers over his own forehead. He did. And the teachers would get so pissed because we tried to do a math lesson. We had no rulers because, they're all like 8 inches long or, 5.5 inches long because, they were all the broken pieces of the rulers he had smashed over his own forehead. So the type of kid that does obnoxious things to get attention.
Okay. What do you think his name would be?
Raymond. Because that was the kid's name who broke rulers over his forehead. So that's the best I'm coming up with.
Okay, any other assumptions?
He probably gets suspended a lot.
That's true.
Okay.
All right, next character.
Oh my God.
What do you think his character's like?
Is he in the Latin Kings?
What?
Kings, it's a gang. Oh.
What do you think his personality is?
Sociopath? Sociopathic.
Okay.
I think he's really familiar with 5-point restraints.
Okay, what do you think his name would be?
Oh, God. That's tough. Who wrote The Raven?
Edgar Allan Poe?
Edgar. Yeah, Edgar. Something kind of creepy.
Okay.
Alfalfa from Little Rascals. The hair sticking up.
Do you think his personality's like?
Goofy. He looks like somebody who would like tag along in a crowd where nobody would really take any notice of him being there, but he was just kind of like a sidekick to an entire group. And when he did open his mouth, he was a weasel. He thinks he's hot shit. Yeah, he's like alpha male mentality.
What do you think his name would be?
Something trendy. Aiden.
Ah. What do you think, like, anything else about his personality?
He's very intense. Soft-spoken, loner, keeps to himself, yeah. That's the vibe I'm getting.
Okay.
Keeps to himself. He's very observant of other people.
What do you think his name would be?
Jason. Future convict.
Wait.
Why are so many characters angry?
They're not. It's just like how the character design is because they're like playing and it's like intense.
Oh.
But like they
Well,
show
it's
different
intense.
emotions here.
Yeah.
His updated character design's pretty ugly compared to his older one, in my opinion. But what do you think his name?
Looks like somebody who is, who gets drunk every weekend.
He's the opposite of that. He's like a friendly giant kind of character.
He doesn't look friendly at all.
What do you think his name would be?
Trent.
It's a girl character.
It's about time.
Yay!
I think the glasses make her look very studious. Underestimated.
Aww.
Yeah, because she looks very tiny. But she's probably brilliant.
Anything else?
Has a habit of surprising people because they underestimate her.
Oh, that's so cute. What do you think her name is?
She looks Asian, right?
Yeah, they're all Asian, but...
I don't know.
Like, what would you name her?
I don't know, something cutesy like Allie.
Aww.
Anxious.
Oh, that's correct.
Probably sees a therapist twice a week.
Anything else? Like,
He's probably been on meds since she was 9
aww, I'm so sad.
for anxiety.
Aww.
Yeah.
That's like really canon. That's like true.
Hmm.
Do you think like has any hobbies or like what do you think she's like other than being anxious?
She probably runs trying to get rid of the anxiety.
Oh. What would you name her?
Like Kristen.
Okay.
He's got Timothy Chalamet hair. Yeah, kind of charismatic. Could be a shithead, but still charismatic. Yeah, probably has a really high body count. His pastime is bedding girls.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
What do you think his name would be?
Timothy. We'll go with the hair.
Okay. Anything else?
No, he's just, the trickster, just trying to show off and get attention and give that whole charismatic vibe with the sole intention of getting into a girl's pants.
So he's a fuckboy.
Yeah, yes, he's absolutely a fuckboy.
That's true. But he's like a hard worker too, so.
Another schizophrenic.
Oh my god.
Intense, not very likable at all. Yeah, angry. Yeah, I'm not getting any happy vibes whatsoever.
Okay. What do you think his like name would be?
Something boring. Lee.
Lee?
Yeah. Oh, well, she needs to get to a hairdresser in a
It's
hurry.
a he. It's a he. He does look pretty feminine though.
Misunderstood, emotional,
Oh.
but he has a habit of getting into trouble.
Okay. What do you think his name would be?
Oh dear. How about Matthew? Probably stayed back a few times. Because he looks older than the other ones.
Okay.
Doesn't really give a shit. Just in it for the good time. Probably impulsive.
Okay.
Lives for the moment in a negative way.
What do you think his name would be?
Oh, Zach.
Zach. I can see that.
Yeah.
That makes sense. This is one of my favorite characters.
What is with that hair? That looks like it should be an adult, not even a kid.
He's like a senior.
Oh,
What do you think his personality's like?
I think he's another fuckboy. Fuckboy, but for the burnout types.
For the burnout types.
Yeah, a little goth. I think he's one of those types who thinks he's cooler than everybody else because he listens to a lot of rock music from like 15 or 20 years ago. He thinks the current stuff is just beneath him. Who sits around listening to his old rock and roll music and probably dropping acid.
Okay. What do you think his name would be?
Paul or Michael.
This is one of my favorites.
Oh dear.
Why, oh dear.
Oh. I think he ate paint chips as a child. He looks like something's just not connecting. Yeah, something's wrong with him.
Aw. Like, is he like sad or is he like crazy? Or is
He's
like...
crazy.
He's crazy.
He's crazy.
That's. What do you think his name would be?
John.
John. You named 2 characters John.
Oh, good.
It's a common name though.
It is. Or Joe. That's another,
Joe?
like,
Ugh.
yeah. Oh, you don't like that name? Okay,
wait.
let's go with Joe.
He's my favorite character.
Oops. Oh, well.
He's the opposite of that. He's like introverted and like he's observant and stuff.
Oh, the introverted, yeah, because I think he probably has multiple personality disorders. So he's got his own company. He's a crowd unto himself. God, how many fuckboys are you gonna have? The country club sort.
Okay.
Who can't make his parents happy. He probably sails boats in the summer and probably tried out for a polo team.
Oh, of course.
But his parents are pissed because he didn't get into Harvard, he only got into Yale.
What do you think his name would be?
Stanley.
Stanley.
Yeah, because it's an old name, and, a lot of times those kinds of names are passed down. Like, he'd be like Stanley the Sixth. Plays video games nonstop.
Okay.
That's why his eyes are all funky. Probably a Dungeon and Dragon sort.
Okay.
Collects vintage Nintendo.
You're describing a different character that's in the show.
Yeah.
Would be.
He probably had some of his teeth knocked out because he's such a weasel. Somebody probably punched him in the mouth a few times. What would his name be? Roger.
Roger?
Yeah, I hate that name.
Okay.
He looks like Zac Efron. Yeah, he looks like a cross between Timothy Chalamet and Zac Efron.
Okay.
So, yeah, he wants to be an actor. I think he probably speaks a couple of foreign languages.
Aw.
I think he has a lot of girls who are madly in love with him, and he probably has a lot of guys that are, maybe haven't come out, but they're like in love with him too.
So everyone loves him.
Yeah, he's like a golden boy.
Okay.
Like a Ken doll type.
What do you think his name would be?
Chad.
Chad?
Yeah, Chad. Slightly movie star-ish. Slightly historic country club type.
There's a lot of country types in this. He has a twin brother.
I know who got the better gene pool. Ken doll was in the deeper end of the gene pool. This one got the shallow end.
He's like the sad version.
Yeah, the sad version. I think he's like the opposite of his brother then.
Mm-hmm.
Nobody's in love with him.
Well,
He's got the runner-up mentality. Like he's always in the shadow of his brother.
that's so sad. What do you think his name would be?
Well, what did I name the other one? Chad?
Yeah.
Chandler.
I think this is the last one.
What the hell with the hair?
Yeah,
Destined to be a porn star because he can't make a living any other way.
Do you think
Probably got shoved in a locker a few times. I think he's the type who likes to create drama between other people and then sit back and watch it for his own entertainment.
Oh, that's so awful.
And then does like a victory lap when people are at each other's throats because of the drama he created.
Okay, what do you think his name would be?
Alex.
There's so many more characters, but it would have been going on forever. Thank you, Mom.
So welcome. See ya.
Bye. Thank you for watching. Maybe a part 2. I don't know. See ya.